What are you doing, bro? What the?
Yo, who really the best rapper since Big ain't here? Y'all know the answer to that one.
Yo, the only thing nice about driving New York is the view of New York. No lie about it, but we on our way to the Javits Center. Not my first time going to the Javits Center, but it is my first time in a long time. And what do I remember most about it? That your ass is bound to get a ticket. Yeah, I remember that. It's real easy to get a ticket. You gotta pull up, from my memory, now I'm thinking about it. We get out there, you're gonna have to pull to the side, and then you're gonna have to walk into some door. You got two entrances, you're gonna have to pick which door you need to walk into, and you gotta get there. But the problem is, if you got too many trucks out there at one time, it's gonna be some double park activity, alright? The last time I was here, it was triple park activity. And who was the truck that was triple park? Yeah, your boy was triple park. Gave me a fat ass ticket. No lie. And I'm over there talking shit like, yo, there's nowhere for me to go. I drove around twice, and driving around in the circle, come on, man. You don't want to do that in Manhattan, damn near 42nd Street. You don't want to do all that. But I had to, and the third time I said, I ain't doing it again. Yo, they came out with the tow truck. Yeah, they came out with the tow truck. If I didn't hop back in the truck right at the time I needed to hop into, they would have hooked up to it. And you know, once they hook up to it, it's over with. And it wasn't one of those private tow trucks. It was the NYPD tow trucks. Yeah, so I had to take that ticket, and that's when I was over there at the Blue Star. They ain't like that too much. But we going back out here, and hopefully that ain't the situation, man. Because if they're going to give appointments to a whole bunch of trucks at the same time, that's going to equal chaos. And we ain't trying to deal with that so early in the morning, man. Yeah, coming back home is always like, you know, the spot where you think about like best food and all that. You know, and that's what tourists come. Like, tourists come to New York, they say, oh, the New York got some good ass food, right? But I'm thinking like, yo, I'm from New York, and I've never had one type of food. Now that I'm thinking about it, yo, and if you have, to each his own. But if you're out here riding the streets, or if you're a tourist, you want to come visit New York, and you want to go ahead and try the world most famous halal street food, like this the food truck right here to my right side, go ahead and eat at your own discretion. Yeah, look at this right here. Yeah. And I'm glad I never tried it. I never had, never will. You go ahead and get some of them pigeons with the white sauce. Yeah, don't forget the white sauce on top of that halal, bro. If you going crazy over that shit, that white sauce is the crack. Alright? Y'all out here eating pigeon. But to each his own, man. I ain't into that. Definitely can't miscalculate these turns, dog. Look at this. You gotta calculate right. You only get one right chance, bro. Yeah, you gotta get over the line. You gotta get over the line. That's part of it, bro. Nice and clean, though. Now, would I like to work local in NYC, Manhattan, Harlem, Bronx, anywhere? Man, listen. I wouldn't even want to live in NYC right now, let alone work in NYC, bro. Listen, the stress ain't worth it, man. Dealing with this all day? Oh, hell nah. But I believe those who do it because they have to do it, right? I don't know. I don't want to get into people's reasons why they stay in NYC, but once you escape, ain't no looking back. I don't know too many people that left New York and went back to live in New York, unless there was some, you know, circumstances that, you know, you just had to. But for the most part, once you leave, you don't come back, bro. Hell nah. Shit just don't make no sense. Yeah, left turns in the city is always one of those tricky ones, especially when the timing. You gotta know your time. Like right here, I think I could have took this turn right here, but for what? You know what I mean? We ain't in no rush like that. You ain't gonna get there no faster if I would have tried to hurry up and take that turn. And plus, look, it's gonna be a red light right here. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Don't need to rush it. Definitely almost got caught slipping. I'm over here looking at the blue court and almost merged right. And I was supposed to merge left. You see what I'm saying? I had to hit him with the Euro step just now. I hit him with the Ja Morant Euro step. Because if I had stayed in that right lane, there was no through trucks. And you don't want no problems early in the morning. No mishaps. Just for you to get set back for your 8 o'clock pickup. You know what I mean? You don't want that. So I caught it last second. I'll take that. Yo, I seen the comment on my last video talk about driving to NYC. That shit said, yo, if you're not from NYC, you should not be driving to NYC. Period. Yo, that's how y'all feel for real? Yeah, that's the feeling. That's the sentiment out there. Hey, I don't know. I'm thinking like, all right, cool, because obviously I'm from the city, right? If I wasn't from the city, would I not want to come up this way and get some of this money? Because I'm all about the money. I'm not doing this trucking shit just to be out here looking good doing this trucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm about the money. So if I wasn't getting to the money, well, I mean, if I wasn't from New York, would I not want to come up this way to get some of this NYC money? I don't know, bro. I can't say. And I understand why somebody will say, like, yo, if you ain't from up there, don't go up there. And because it's not all about having the skill of driving big ass truck. It's also about having a mentality, bro. You gotta have a certain mentality when you up here driving. And if you're gonna be all passive, people gonna take advantage of you and they're gonna do you dirty, and you never gonna get to where you gonna get. You never gonna get to where you trying to be, man. And that's just a fact. Alright, so once I hit this right here, I know we're at the home stretch. Cause all of this look familiar. West Side Highway activity. I remember being my little Chevy Cavalier driving up and down the West Side Highway like I ain't had no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? But I know that where I'm going is gonna be on my right side, which is obviously a great thing. And the truck parking, or for me to even just have a staging place, is gonna be tricky. Now, if there's no spot for me to park at, I'm out of luck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have to try to, double park, worst case scenario, triple park. But that's not what we trying to do. Yeah, the fact that the skies is clear, ain't no snow. Yeah, it's cold, but we could deal with that. That's just making this trip up this way that much more easy, and that's that much more pleasant. You know what I mean? Just for the fact that I ain't got to deal with the extracurricular. The last time I was out here, it was all that extracurricular. Alright? So clear skies, there's never much more you can ask for, bro. All you gotta do, pay attention to all the foolishness that's coming around, because the inevitable decides to pop up at any point in time. So just gotta stay on point and watch out for people on scooters and all that. Because NYC, what I noticed being back, it's just so many e-bikes. And I'm thinking, if I was living out here, I'll be on the e-bike more times than not. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, especially if I lived in the city. If you live in the city, I don't understand why you have a car. Yeah, they still got yellow cabs out here, which is still mind-boggling to me that yellow cabs is even surviving during these times. But if I was living in the city right now, straight e-bike activity. I might even have the helmet for my shit. Alright, I'm talking shit. But yo, I know it's convenient though. Ain't no way around it. Especially if you out here doing that, Amazon or some type of delivery and all that. Yo, I know they banking. Yeah, they might be out here cold, shivering and all that. But nowadays they got those guards that keep your hands warm. You know what I mean? You go ahead and put your hands through like a little sleeve. I'm just saying, if you got the will, there's a way. Ain't no reason why you can't put a couple dollars in your pocket in NYC or any city for that matter. That's just my thinking. Once you start seeing trucks, you know you in luck. Alright, so clearly we at the spot now, and I'm talking about timing impeccable. The camera didn't pick it up, but my eyeballs did. There was a box truck that was right in front of this yellow Penske truck that pulled out. I'm talking about right where my eyesight caught it. That's when it started to pull out, and I'm talking about timing couldn't been any better. Now, would that have still been space if he still was here? Possibly, I don't know. But it would have made it more difficult for me to do this parallel. And yeah, we got a parallel on the west side. And if you're not like that, I don't know what you would do in this situation. You know, because the traffic gonna be picking up. Yeah, it's gonna be picking up. The light done changed, and now I gotta squeeze. And I gotta make baby adjustments. Can't make too much of a big adjustment because that's gonna throw you out of alignment and swing your ass out too wide. Alright, you don't need your hips out. You gotta go ahead and tuck them hips in and be careful. Alright, you can go ahead and put your head out the window. You can beg for help and forgiveness and all of that. They're gonna look at you like you crazy. Alright, this is not the place for none of that. I'm just saying, you just gotta know what you're doing. So as you see me just backing up real slow, real creep, making little adjustments. And you know what's crazy? Dude in the forward air truck, yeah, he was in there, right? You know he was in there. And what you think he gonna do? Nah, he ain't gonna look out his window. Nah, he ain't gonna try to help me out. Nah. And he could move up. And you know he moved up. But when he decided to move up, right when I get my line up and I'm ready to go, lined up perfectly, and now his ass want to move up. It never fails, bro. That's just how people are. And I knew that he was gonna do that, but it is what it is. And we got in here real smooth. We're gonna line up, and then we're gonna go inside, sign in, so we could go ahead and get this foolishness over with. Cause look, ain't nobody wanna be out here in no 18-wheeler, bro. I'm just here for the monies. You know what I'm saying? Me and Pistol Pete, we just here for that bread, dog. We're gonna get in, we're gonna slide. So let's go up in this office and see what they talking about, man. One thing I can't complain at all about, shit. Going up in this office, quick situation. Give him your name, sign this yellow sheet, get up out of there. I like it.
Let me do my work the right way, bro. I'm supposed to come in here and write down whatever goes up in here. So let me do it the right way this time.
The loading process, very much so organized. The dude that loaded my truck, man, he was on it. Shout out to my homie, you know what I mean? Got me in and out of there. But yo, it was tight squeezing up out of that spot. I damn near scraped the wall. I think I might have scraped the wall. When I came out, I ain't see no problem, so it was all good. Getting out of here, gates open up, and I'm telling you, I'm elated right now, bro. I could pop a bottle and have a damn good time the way I'm feeling to get up out of this spot, bro. But the foolishness has just begun. Because I already know getting back on the highway is going to be a problem. I've been sitting at this light and watching it turn from red to green about 4 or 5 times. I can't take it no more, bro, so I gotta go. What's holding up the traffic? We don't know, bro. We don't know. I've been seeing cars go around. I've been hearing horns. I've been seeing all kind of shit. Then all of a sudden, we get a little closer now. Now my eyeballs got a little sight on something. And I'm seeing what's going on. And just like, yo, only certain places you will see certain shit like this, bro.
This shit died right here, bro. Not the Lamborghini. The Lamborghini dead in the middle of the road? There's no way. What are you doing, bro? What the fuck?
You can't make this type of shit up, bro. You can't make this up. Alright, it's one thing to have your shit die on the road in the street, but you leave the shit abandoned and not nobody sitting around? Crazy. Crazy work, bro. Not one, you don't got nobody just with a sign or saying, yo, my shit died, I need help, nothing.
Doing like he know what he doing, bro. Trust these niggas that don't drive, yo.
Yeah, this is what you gotta know. As a professional driver, you can't take advice from somebody that ain't never drive a truck, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I salute him for trying to help me out, but bro, you trying to tell me certain shit that you don't know what you was talking about. But almost hit the Lamborghini in Harlem. Only in Harlem would you see some shit like that. Alright? Like, you can't make this up, bro. Well, how much is that? $75,000 car? $80,000? I don't know. But it's just sitting there in the middle of the road in Harlem. Now, my thinking of how that shit got there, man, I don't even know.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. It don't matter if you 3 feet or 8'1". You'll get 8.
Yo, now that I'm away from the madness, I can decompress my mind a little bit. Yo, for real, what the hell was that Lambo doing in the... Alright, this is my theory, bro. I ain't gonna hold. This is my theory. And the reason why this is my theory is because it was in Harlem. Anywhere else probably would not have been my theory. But yo, that was one of them scam-ass YNs out there running around doing some wild shit and ran out of gas and just left the car. Straight up. Scamming ass YNs out here don't care, don't have no value to no dollar or no type of, you know, no value to anything. They don't have no value because they getting the money so fast. Either they scamming or they out here just, you know, getting to the bag some other ways. Alright? Because ain't no grown ass adult gonna leave their Lambo without a sign on the window, with your shirt hanging out the door, with your hazard lights on or something, bro. Something about that it don't seem right, bro. And if we want to get more sinister, we could think that, hey, something worse happened because the windshield did have a crack in it. I ain't even show y'all. But what a night, bro. What a night.
9:45 Saturday morning. This what Virginia got going on? This what Virginia got going on. I'm up there in NYC. Ain't none of this going on, but this was the South Side going on. I'm glad I was able to avoid this shit though. We just had to stop for some fuel and drive it since what? The time I got up 5:30, like I said I was. Now I got up at 4:30. Started moving at 5:20, something like that. 4 hours straight. Let him get some of that built up energy up out of his body. And we're gonna get back to sliding. Hey look, one of y'all truck drivers had some times on your hand last night or this morning. Or is it when they are foreigners first time seeing snow? What a week, bro. What a week. But at the end of the day, it's all about as long as you make it home safe, bro. If you made it home safe, made a couple dollars on top of that. So we can't be mad at that, yo. Can't be mad. Saturday night, I don't know if I'm getting into too much. I've been up since 5:30, and it's 5:30 right now. So that's 12 hours up, brain working, body moving, all of that. So I don't think I'm doing anything, but we got to go get something to eat. So that's the first stop. Not first stop, but actually to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Get myself together. Now we're going to figure out what we need to eat. Maybe stop at the ABC. You know what I'm saying? If that's how I'm feeling. But ain't no telling. Yo, holla at y'all on Wednesday.